Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you guys are. So look who we've got. We finally got him in a video. Salman, there's some big news that I want to touch on. Before I let Salman talk, I wanted to do a video because someone on Instagram messaged me saying that, Imran, you were quick to do a video about Gervonta Davis being arrested now that, he's been released from prison and this, apparently the accusations against him, whatever, were false and they got taken back or whatever. You were quick to do a video, so do a video on this. Firstly, I want to say I don't have anything against Gervonta Davis. The video that I made was basically not so much about, I didn't even talk about what happened. I didn't really care. It was more about the fact that, someone like Gervonta Davis is a good fighter, keeps getting himself into trouble. Does he really need that at this point in his career? He doesn't need that kind of hassle. So what I was saying is that these guys should be more focused on their boxing. They're either inactive or they're getting themselves in trouble. And that's not what he needs. He needs to be focused and boxing. Salman, Gervonta Davis is fighting next week. What do you make of the fight he's got? And what do you make of his career so far? It seems like Gervonta Davis has been a prospect for a very long time, but he's not going to that next level.
I don't think he obviously needs all this stuff right now. At this stage of his career, getting arrested, and obviously, it could potentially have meant this next fight of his is off next week.
Still on.
Which is good. That is still on. I think next week he should make easy work of the opponent. Although I think the opponent isn't a pushover, I don't think he's gonna come to lay down. But I think Gervonta will get to him. I think he'll use his size and use his strength, and I think he'll knock this guy out, and then obviously set up that big mega showdown with Ryan Garcia in April. And that's the one we're really waiting for, to be honest. Because that's, both fighters fighting, at their peak. And that's what everyone wants to see at this point. I don't think anyone is interested in any other fight. And I think, obviously, Tank will look to show his dominance against Ryan Garcia as, one of the, he's on everyone's lips at the minute, Ryan Garcia, that he's one of the, top 4 kings or whatever. So I think Tank will want to show him levels and show him, he's the better fighter out of the two.
So, Gervonta Davis, where do you think he goes up to? There's talk of him fighting. He had his back and forth with Connor Benn as well. There's talk there. Do you see there's any chance of that happening in the future?
To be honest, not at this point. I don't see that happening in the near future at all. I think there's too much. Gervonta has too many opponents at 135, 130, and 140, and I don't think he can make 147. If I'm honest, I think he's too small. Height-wise, size, he's just not big enough. He can't move to 147. He's way too small. But yeah, I don't think Connor Benn, Gervonta Davis is already a bigger star. He's probably made more money. He's bigger than Connor Benn. He's already become a world champion, whereas Connor Benn hasn't become a world champion. Connor Benn's not achieved, anything really. He's not fought anyone half decent. Well, people will say that about Tank, but I still think even if you look at Tank's resume, you still say that he's fought better caliber fighters than Connor Benn.
So do you think he beats Ryan Garcia? Because a lot of people now are swaying towards a Garcia knockout.
I've said it all along, about Ryan Garcia and Tank from day one, that I think Tank will knock Ryan Garcia out. I think Ryan Garcia makes too many mistakes, and I don't think if that fight over 12 rounds, Tank's gonna connect, and I don't think Tank even just needs to connect one. I think Tank can hit him with, can wear him down through body shots. He's just, I think he's the more complete fighter out of the two. I think Ryan Garcia he throws wild shots, and I just don't think you can you know, if he throws wild shots how he was against Campbell to Tank, he's gonna get caught onto one. And with that wild style, walking onto a shot like against someone like Tank who can really punch, I just can't see him beating Tank, to be honest. I don't think he has a better chin than Tank. I just think Tank's the better fighter all around. I don't even think it's got anything to do with the knockout. I just think Tank's just got the better skills, just the better ability fighter. Although, yeah, Ryan Garcia's got he's got height advantage, reach advantage, but is he going to fight a disciplined fight for 12 rounds? I just don't see it. I think, you know, he will let his hands go and he will make mistakes. And, you know, we all know with Tank, if you make one mistake and he catches you on the right spot, and, you know, you could potentially say, you know, Tank's probably, you know, beaten or knocked out fighters that are probably more durable and more, that are known to be more tougher fighters than Ryan Garcia. So, at the end of the day, if Ryan Garcia will be properly, his chin will be tested against Tank. Because when Tank lands a good one, which he will, then we'll see how good his chin really is. Although, yeah, he was knocked down against Campbell. He was quite badly hurt, I would say. Although he got through it, but you've got to take into consideration, this was Campbell at the end of his career. And Campbell was never really you know, no one actually rated Campbell as that big of a puncher. I don't think Campbell was a puncher at all, actually. So, you know, if he's getting put over quite badly against Campbell, you know, I think Tank could. I personally think if Tank catches him good, he might put him out for the count. So, the way he comes in recklessly, you could get put out for someone like Ryan could get put out for the count in this fight. It could be bad for him, in my opinion. But yeah, I think Tank wins by knockout.
Guys, we're gonna do another video, so stay tuned. That's the Tank video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.